Hello and welcome to what's in this week's Oban Times with me, Finn Nixon.
Me, Kathy Griffiths.
And me, Sandy Neal.
Well, what do we have for you this week in the Oban Times? There's lots of news and photographs for you in the newspaper and at www.obantimes.co.uk. And remember that we are always happy to hear your stories and see your photographs as well. You can call us on 01 631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk, or message us on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. So let's get into it then. Kathy, what have you been finding out for us this week?
Well, we've got a cracking photo spread from the Oban Mòd at the weekend where the town was buzzing. All things Gaelic were being celebrated. It was absolutely brilliant. Organisers are delighted and say all went so well. It was a brilliant rehearsal for when the Royal Mòd comes to Oban in 2024. So go online, get the paper, have a look at all those pictures and see all those happy faces. Oban Gaelic Choir swept the boards. They won lots and lots of their competitions, so they were chuffed to bits with that. Now, not so chuffed to bits is people on Luing. The fight to save the primary school continues. They are getting ready to send a delegation to go to Argyll Bute's HQ in Kilmorey tomorrow, that's Thursday, to lobby a meeting that will be discussing the school's fate again. It has been mothballed, but the council looks set to agree a proposal to put it into a formal closure consultation. So the locals are up in arms and doing what they can to keep the school open. Oh, and staying on Luing, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, it is the Luing Island Games. Lots of fun and games organised from 11 till 4. Get yourselves over. Lots of money hopefully being raised for the RNLI, and it's all cash on the field, so don't forget to bring your pennies. Back to you, Finn.
Thanks very much for that, Kathy, and I look forward to reading through all of those stories in this week's newspaper and at our website. What about you, Sandy? What news do you have for us this week?
Well, thank you very much, both of you. Well, a faulty pedestrian crossing in Oban Centre is jamming up traffic, meaning it can take an hour to travel across town. What's gone wrong and what's being done to fix it? Old bridges to seal, the Ross of Mull and Kilmelford, are to be replaced. You can find out more in the paper and online. Protests were held in Loch Boysdale after Calmac cancelled South Uist's direct ferry until the end of June. Deck space on Island Jurors ferries are mostly full for June too. You can find out more in the paper and online. Peninsular communities heaved a sigh of relief on Saturday when the Corran ferry service across Loch Linney resumed after a 2-month absence. An Argyll councillor has hit out at the Scottish Government's plans for an open tunnel along the A83 at the Rest and Be Thankful. Argyll Bute Council is asking for a delay to the Scottish Government's landfill ban in the region to help save money and services. A 20-turbine wind farm is planned near Oban, generating power for twice the number of homes in Argyll and Bute. And hundreds packed Station Square in glorious sunshine on Saturday at Oban Charities Day. We've got pics, tales and tips. Find out how Oban Mountain Rescue saves sheep. And get ready for Oban High School's summer dance show next Monday. You can get your ticket from the school now or on the night. Finn, back to you.
Thanks, Sandy. Well, yesterday I got to experience a record-breaking feat firsthand as a 45-year-old Aston Martin finally beat its 200-mile-per-hour target on the old Machrihanish Airbase runway. It was quite something to see, and we will have some video and a full report of the world's only bulldog car ripping up the tarmac coming very soon. I was also hearing about a fundraiser on the Isle of Mull that has helped raise around £1,300 for a Salin family after they lost nearly everything in a devastating fire. A relative of the family said the generosity of Mull's residents was a beautiful thing to see. Argyll Bute Council have also announced a housing emergency, and we have a report on our website about a national award for Oban Lesbian Weekend in Glasgow. In this week's sport, we have a full report from the annual Oban Times sponsored Oban Rotary Club's Golf Am with £12,000 raised for great causes in its 37th year. As always, we have a thorough roundup of the latest shinty action as well, with an impressive win for Oban Camanachd, a narrow loss in extra time for Oban Celtic, and a win over Uddingston for the Oban Celtic second team in the Mowie second division. There was also more medal success for 2 local athletes, Dunbeg's Lewis West achieving 3 silvers and 3 bronzes at the National Dwarf Games in Birmingham in a fantastic haul. Oban's MMA expert Coogie Potter also grappled his way to 2 silver medals at the Angus Grappling Promotions event in Montrose. We also have squash, tennis, darts, and the announcement that Portree High School on Skye has launched its latest School of Shinty initiative. You can read more sport in the newspaper or on our website. And don't forget, you can read all these stories we've discussed and much more at www.obantimes.co.uk or by picking up a newspaper from Thursday in local shops and garages. We also love hearing from you, so if you have a story, get in touch. You can call us on 01 631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk, or message us on one of our social media platforms. For now though, thank you for listening, and it's goodbye from me, Finn Nixon.
Goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths.
And goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
Bye.
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 Hey.